Hello, I'm Mangy Bum, and you found the Oasis. Today we're going to be talking about Twee and La, the moon and the ocean spirits from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the koi fish that live in the Spirit Oasis at the North Pole. Now, if you haven't seen the first season of Avatar: The Last Airbender, there are spoilers ahead, so if you're trying to avoid that, here's your warning. Side note, you should watch it. It's on Netflix, it's the best show ever. You're missing out. So, without further ado, let's dive right into this. So why do I want to talk about the moon and the ocean spirits? Well, they're ancient spirits that play a pivotal role in maintaining balance for the entire world, and I think that their relationship with humanity deserves a closer inspection. I think the events at the end of season 1 would have a profound effect on water tribe culture for centuries to come, and that they have far-reaching implications in the overarching mythos of the universe. So, quick recap for the end of the first season. Aang's holed up at the Northern Water Tribe trying to prevent the Fire Nation from invading. He just spent the entire day fighting, and he knows there's no chance that he can defeat their entire navy. When the moon goes up and the sun goes down, the Fire Nation retreats because the waterbenders have the advantage. This gives Aang a moment of peace for him to think. This is when he decides that he wants to try to speak to the moon and the ocean spirits. He ventures into the spirit world to try to find help, and there Roku tells him that the moon and ocean are ancient spirits that crossed over from the spirit world to the mortal world very near the beginning, and that there's only one spirit old enough to remember. And that brings us to the Temple of Ko, where Ko the Face Stealer lives. Ko tells us that their spirit names are Twee and La, and that they spent an eternity maintaining balance. And when Aang says that he needs their help, Ko says that they need his help because someone's coming to kill him. And who's that someone? That's Admiral Zhao, leader of the Fire Nation invasion that's right outside the city gates. He says he discovered the identity of the spirit's mortal forms from an underground library years ago, and ever since that day, he knew that they could be killed. He wants to kill the moon spirit so that he can conquer the water tribe once and for all. Unfortunately, he manages to succeed, and he kills the moon spirit's mortal form. One person throws the whole world out of balance. A single human being plunges the whole world into chaos. One dude with a bad attitude ruins the party for everybody. This is the heart of what I want to talk about today. I think that this is a fundamental flaw in the system and that the spirits would desperately want to fix it. They had to have known that this was going to happen because they had a plan to stop it. The Water Tribe Princess Yue was stillborn at birth, and her parents prayed to the moon and the ocean to save her, and when they put her body in the Spirit Oasis, the moon touched her, gave her a bit of its own life essence, and showed her father a vision of her ultimately sacrificing herself and giving that life force back and becoming the moon. While the day is saved, the costs to Yue and her family are tremendous, and the chances that something could have gone wrong are very high. What if Yue had gotten scared and ran away like Aang did? Or what if she had succumbed to some kind of illness earlier in life? Or if Admiral Zhao had killed her before he killed the moon spirit? What then? Is the whole world just out of balance forever? Yes, the moon is restored this time, but what about next time? We're right back to square one, but without a safety net. The spirits are still vulnerable, and if they die now, balance would never be restored, and all life on Earth would suffer. Moving forward, the spirits would definitely need to do something. I think short term, the answer is probably more spirit retainers, human beings that are touched by the moon and the ocean, like Yue, that would serve as backup in case something horrible happened. But long term, I think something more would need to be done. I think the spirits would want to transition to a new state if they could. Now, I have some ideas about what that transition would look like and the implications it would have, but that's for another video down the line. And if that's something that would interest you, make sure you hit that subscribe and turn the notifications on so you can stay tuned. Well, that pretty much sums up the mythos aspects, but what about the effects on water tribe culture that I mentioned before? Well, I think that these events would go down as legend in the water tribe. Yue's sacrifice and the restoration of the moon would be talked about for generations, and it would become tradition for people to send their wounded and gravely ill to the Spirit Oasis in the hopes that they might be saved and ultimately touched by the spirits. I think that the people would feel a strong duty to protect the spirits at all costs. And this would mean shoring up defenses around the spirit oasis to limit who can access it, and to also prevent their identities from being leaked out into the broader population of the world. The Water Tribe would be very secretive with their legends, and they would go to great lengths to prevent any potential enemies from discovering this vulnerability. And this all leads back to that fateful day during the Siege of the North. So, to sum it all up, I think that the system is fundamentally flawed if a single human being can upset the balance for the whole world so easily, and I think the spirits would be actively trying to eliminate that vulnerability if they could. I really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button. If you have any questions or thoughts you'd like to share, feel free to leave a comment. And if you want to hear more of my thoughts on Avatar: The Last Airbender, be sure to subscribe, because I got plenty more thoughts. Thanks for watching. Until next time. This video is brought to you by my Twitch channel, where I play mainly Rocket League. I host 1v1 hoops tournaments every day that I call Mangy's Ballroom. If you want to come hang out and get your game on, follow me on Twitch. Feel free to join the Discord. Oh, I got a creator code now, guys. That Mangy Bum. When you buy something, how's it work? When you buy credits, type in Mangy Bum.